ở lúc xây này cứ chia cam thì từ tua sầm này chia thập tay thì con lâu vào xem bắt đầu thi hay nhung sạc đây một nhóm lục bài một tuần nào bạn nơi cam thì nghĩ cái miền nhiều cái sách đã chia đã chia tay chun tầm nàng đi tầm mòn tì đọc mấy tầm mòn châu mùi dương cứ lục chém ra lấy hai một tầm mòn dương chụp cho mùi nằng lục cho nạp ra đã chia anh một thiên này nak kami akan dudukในbuat saya Arab dan yang sebenarnya naklahពីបញ្ហាប្រទេសជាតិរបស់យើងណាបងណាបាទហើយមុននឹងចាប់ដើមកម្មវិធីរបស់យើងសូមជូននឹងមុនអភិបន្តិចបាទបន្តពីកម្មវិធី VOKA បាទដំណឹងបនសពលោកយាយម៉ៅរិទ្ធីហៅម៉ៅពៅយើងខ្ញុំទាំងអស់គ្នាMN ហៅតារិនសមេត M និងសវេតវឹបสกุล TM สวัสดิ์หนึ่งสวิสัตเทียงเสร็จทมิเสร็จสวรรค์ซอยจันทาดันยายบุพาจันทีบราชิมศูนย์สรมหนึ่งสวรรค์เชนเมียนตุกจิตงนได้ลูกเย่อบาสกามารุทีหายิมาเปิดตัวจีเพียรีจีมาได้ขโมยจีโดนบานตัวหมดเพียบการปิดไข่ศกที่ระบายการไข่สราบชามมีชอสะโพสต์รายปีปอนประมาณ50ไว้ตั้งไข่ที่ระบายไข่สหชามปีปอนดับบุญวิลเลียมองดับยุบในไอมันติเป็ดโลจนฮอสพิทอลของจนในยุค70 ชามโดยโรคเกียร์เปียดการบันทึกบอลไข่อัดติดเปิลโรยไข่สราบตั้งไข่ที่ดับเปิลไข่สหชามปีปอนดับบุญในมองใบเซียลจุกจมมิดปุตบริษัทต่างหากจังปีเฟย์มาเคปชูนอโฮมมารอยปรามมอสตรีทโลเมียสตการเอลส์ลอดจ์เอลคลับพลือสายซับโอลเฟอร์รี่โรดโลเมียส01854ดำไปทุกพิธีบนตามประเพณีพุทธศาสนาเมียนมัสการพระรัตนตรัยสมาธิเซลโซดบนบางสโตนสมัยทอดเทศนาใครจานผมไปการจนใครจะไปใครจะห้ามเรียมเอาปรำใบพรึกจุบจุ่มกรงกุศลทรัพย์ในเงียดพุทธบริษัทในเฟย์มาเคปชูนอโฮมต้องให้ทรัพย์เช่นการเชื่อมหลักฐานในลินวูดซัมมิทรีให้ในคริมิทรี41 John Watt Avenue Haverhill ดำไปบูชีตามประเพณีพระพุทธศาสนาคนตบพิการน้อมทรัพย์ในการกลายบูชีให้มองดมวยไทยตรังจุบจุ่มกรงกุศลทรัพย์ในเงียดพุทธบริษัทในวัดขมายโลเวล48 Townsend Avenue, Low Mass 01854 Namaskar Martin Cell เวรพอดตะประเกณฑ์ประซองดาบางสโตตุสสอบสายเมตานุรูปปฏิสันทานกิจพุทธหาจูนเพียวจีกิจจับบอลปนวันไทม์ส่งจะตรงโลกเทมิสัตในประมวล78ประมวล35สโรปี21หนึ่งสวรรค์ซอยในประมวล78ปรามบวนใบปราม30 ใบสาย18สมัยปีปอนใบเลยปีรอยใบปราม20 ใบ76สรบใบบาทสมอคนจานหาดักไซหาที่สมจุยเอาลูกใส่เจ้ารวมการโมนตกระบบลูกยีมาเปิดบานจานกอระบายเป็นจูกสอลพอบอลจูนลูกยีระบานใจทานในเตอร์นี้บาทสมอคนจานวันนี้ขบัดจะส่งไปจะขอลูกใส่มาช่วยจมวยหนึ่งลูกเจมส์เลยได้จีschool committee member ให้ก็จีไปกับชนชอยชมูดำนางเรียนมอนติดใบพอกนาย he's also the candidate of the state representative 18 Middlesex County bus thank you
thank you, Rick. I appreciate you having me on. Thank you very much.
No problems. I think I got a call from somebody. Can I hold on? Hello? Hello? Yeah. James, thank you for joining us for our show.
Thank you.
Time to time we have non-regular customer come to our shows. And you happen to be one of them. We hosted the police chief. We hosted a variety of people come here. Even our state congresswoman also came to our show as well.
Wow, so you're like slumming tonight with me, I guess.
Well, it's an honor to be here, to have you here with our program as my colleagues.
Nice meeting you.
Why not now also we're going to ask you certain questions and just also for you to have opportunity for you to meet our audience as well.
Thank you.
So first of all,
Thank you very
can
much.
you tell our audience why you're here tonight and what you plan to do?
Well, thank you very much. First of all, thank you very much for taking the time and allowing me to come on. I really appreciate it. My name is Jim Leary, and I'm a Highland resident, and I'm on the Lowell School Committee for the past 8 years. I'm in my 5th term. Just got reelected for the Lowell School Committee, and some of the issues that I've worked with education, working with improving the high school and improving technology and improving, education for the students is really kind of what I want to grow into the Middlesex State Rep. Well, excuse me, the 18th Middlesex State Rep race.
Yeah.
For me, a big focus for me is bottom line starts with safety, also starts with really economic improvement, and that really begins with education. So a lot of the focus, if I'm fortunate enough to get elected as the state representative, would be continuing working with education, much like I have on the school committee, but tying into really economic development. And if folks have jobs, if businesses are doing well, that means the tax base increases. And that means we have more money to spend on roads and infrastructure and really overall high quality for all the residents, not only in the Highlands and the Acre and downtown, but the whole community at Lowell at large. So I think a lot of the skill sets that I bring by being on the Lowell School Committee, also being in business for myself for almost a decade, I think I have a good assets to go forward and really lead, but also listen and hopefully help improve the community.
If you can go not 55 miles an hour, go 25 miles an hour, so I can help you to transit.
Sure.
You
Sure, I'm sorry. I'll slow down now, reel it in a little bit.
គាត់ឈ្មោះយមលេគាត់ជាសមាជិកម្នាក់នៅក្នុងចំណោមគណៈកម្មការនយោបាយនៃសាលាសាធារណៈ Lowell ហើយគាត់បានធ្វើជាតំណាងក្រុមប្រឹក្សាគណៈកម្មការសិក្សាការអប់រំទីក្រុង Lowell ចំនួន8ឆ្នាំគឺ4អាណត្តិបាទហើយគាត់បានធ្វើកិច្ចការច្រើនដើម្បីពង្រឹងនិងពង្រីកដើម្បីពង្រឹងនៅ Lowell High School ហើយក៏ដូចជាជួយនាំនៅកម្មវិធីផ្សេងៗដែលធ្វើឲ្យសាលាសាធារណៈក្រុង Lowell បានរីកចម្រើនទៅមុខបាទហើយជាពិសេសគាត់មកចូលគឺគាត់មកចូលឈ្មោះធ្វើជាតំណាងរាស្ត្រតំបន់ទី18 Middlesex County គឺថាគាត់គោលបំណងសំខាន់គឺគាត់នឹងពង្រីកនៅផ្នែកសេដ្ឋកិច្ចស្អីទៀតពេចបាទហើយនឹងសេដ្ឋកិច្ចហើយ
គាត់នឹងបន្តនៅកិច្ចការពង្រឹងនៅគុណភាពរបស់សាលាតទៅទៀតដោយគាត់បានកំពុងតែធ្វើអញ្ចឹងណា
បាទBut yeah, that's good. So I just want to follow up so we can
Absolutely
transition your answers, your question to that. So do you have how you doing in terms of your campaigning?
We're doing good. We're working hard. Our campaign is like to reach out to everybody. We're knocking on doors. We've been in every neighborhood. We've been to at least to 2,000 houses up through the beginning of July, and we're out. We started again a couple weeks ago, and we're going to do it again. Yeah. So we'll definitely be very thin because we're walking around a lot, but we're reaching out to people, asking for their vote, asking for their support, and more importantly, really listening to what's important to them, and really trying to put a strategy in place to assist folks really to improve their lives. And I think the biggest issues that you see in the Acre or the Highlands or downtown or the whole city is really safety. Mm-hmm. That's number one. But then it really ties into economic development. And if you look at our district where we live, it's not only the downtown, which is everybody really focuses on downtown, but it's also Middlesex Street. It's also Couples Square. It's also Chelmsford Street. It's also Little Cambodia. How do you tie in the small business person that already exists trying to make $1 and trying to, who has employees who are making money? How do you really help them grow? And one of the cool things that the city has done, in a large part with the Cambodian community, is Little Cambodia. How do you jumpstart that to make it a real destination to where not only folks of Southeast Asian descent come in, but how do you get people from the Highlands and Belvedere in? Bigger, how do you get people from Chelmsford to come in to spend their money and actually drive up some of the revenue that people are making and improve the overall economic situation for everybody? And I think the key first part that the state can play and the city plays is safety. And the second part is infrastructure. And then comes the marketing. And I think I like to, as a school committee member, I play a minor role in that in terms of the education, which is imperative. But I also would like to use some of my business skill sets to really help out what's the good stuff that's already going on to reach the next level, which improves the entire community. everybody needs tax dollars for the infrastructure, for different, roads and bridges, what the state really does a lot of focus on. Also, money coming into the city, into the schools. But in order to do that, you really need to have a good tax base. Business owners got to be able to employ people. People got to be able to make money so they can be taxed. You don't need to raise taxes on people per se, but you need to give them high quality jobs. And one part of it is already existing in our community with the small businesses, but also reaching out to the other areas with the university in terms of the high tech field. How do you make businesses want to stay in the city, not just become an incubator? How do you make them want to stay in the Lowell area? We have the good infrastructure, Cross Point, which is in our district. How do you grow that, and how do you make it even better than it is? And I think a lot of areas in terms of the infrastructure with the roads and what have you, but also the leadership of someone who's in business can help to do that. And that's what I like to try to do. I think it's not all or nothing. I think it's a combination of working with everybody and taking their ideas and helping them really achieve them, if you will, or implement their ideas.
From the small business point of view, in the local Cambodian town, we have a lot of small businesses in that areas. Now, from part of you as small business owners, what do you feel that? How do you feel that what the small business needs?
Well, first is infrastructure, getting to those locations easily and parking and what have you. The state can definitely work with that in terms of grants and making that improve. But the other area is really safety. I mean, how do you feel comfortable coming into the Highlands, into the area, and really going in there to want to take your money and buy and purchase things from the small business people are there. And I think the third part, and it is really a twofer. One, going to the small business people, not only downtown, they walk around downtown asking, what do you need as a small business person? We should be doing that as well for the existing businesses that exist in the Highlands and in Couple Square and in Little Cambodia. Frankly, we should be doing it on Bridge Street and other parts of the city too, because these folks are already running businesses. We want them to stay here, we want them to succeed. It's very hard to run a small business, whether it be a restaurant or a coffee shop or a hair salon, what have you. We need to listen to them in other parts besides the downtown. In addition, we need to listen to people who are going to come in to buy their products. What's important to them? A lot of folks talk about talking to the business owner, and I think that's a great idea. But we also need to talk to the consumer who's going to be purchasing what business folks are going to be trying to sell. And I think that component from the dialogue, at least in the city, hasn't really been focused on, or at least hasn't been highlighted. I think there's a lot of high quality folks that are doing a good job, but I think they need to start looking at the consumer as well. And forgetting about treating it as a neighborhood. I mean, these are neighborhoods